Well, I think each day when I wake up, there is the whole journey of trying to see that am I on the path of doing things better than I was yesterday. The journey is the reward.
Hello everyone. Today we are interacting with Ravi Churiwala, a firm which his father started 30 years back named Computech, has today transformed into a complete IT suite portfolio firm named as Creative Infolink Pvt Limited. Ravi ji, thank you for your time, and we're very keen to know about your journey and to understand how, what made this whole shift from Computech to Creative, a bit about yourself.
CIPL today is a 15-year-old company. But as far as our IT presence is, IT pedigree is concerned, we're a 30-year-old group. And today we are into IT infrastructure services, where we work with likes of IBM and Kyndryl as their extended partner. We service their enterprise customers on a pan-India basis. Then from an IT solutions/system integration standpoint, we work primarily in Eastern India with large enterprises, which government accounts and education accounts, and plethora of different services, products across key OEMs, you name it. We partners with HP, IBM, Lenovo, Cisco, all of them. And from enterprise products to end computing products, we're a one-stop solution provider. We've been fortunate enough to see good growth, double-digit growth past 5 years, almost double the revenues, 40 plus enterprise customers and SME customers across the country.
So at that point of time, what did you see yourself as versus where are you today?
Well, to be honest, at that point, I was just trying to discover myself as any young lad in his early 20s, first time out into Pune and elsewhere, which was a different world altogether. And then when you move on to working outside professionally, India and outside, with that kind of an exposure, meeting different people, obviously you get to see different opportunities. And then GE, with its wide base of capital as well as industrial, did offer that opportunity.
So just tell me one thing, what has been the turning point for you?
I think it was more for personal reasons. 2008-9, I was still with GE. I was back after spending many years in different geographies. There was some kind of a setback back home here with my father's health and some other situation. And that pretty much kind of made the decision for me, So got back here, and then, of course, again, it was a sea change.
Yeah, that's it.
The professional side to back in Kolkata. So it took me a couple of years to find my feet. We were still doing distribution, but then that's not where my interest lied. And that's not how the market was also going that time. Distribution earlier versus how it is done that time.
Did your father ever feel that you will get and support his business?
Earlier, no, he was out there. He told me to just pursue my professional career. So that's what I was out to do. But then, life happens.
How many new business lines you have added?
The business is completely different from what it was. As I said, we closed down the distribution business. We were still authorized service providers to Lenovo and IBM and others. So we extended that arm. The relationships were there in place. So we started that firm called Creative Infolink Pvt Limited, where we entered into services and we extended that into what we call multi-vendor support. As IBM partners, we typically support them and support IBM, today Kyndryl, and the other tier one partners. On behalf of them, we are doing all kinds of IT infrastructure services. So it is whether it's IT FMS, IT AMC, infrastructure services, on-call, all kinds of services related to IT, both enterprise and end user support. And that business was growing while it was growing on its own. And around 2016-17, we decided to get into IT systems integration.
Wow.
So today, we have two different wings. The IT system integration wing that operate separately, independently. And then we also have these IT services.
So you are making use of all the relationship, the direct end customer relationship, the OEM relationship. How is the pie of the revenue now?
There's no distribution side of it. The rest.
So the margins are way better now.
Yeah, I mean, services obviously is you get top line maybe less, but the margins are better.
Yes.
And then on the system integration side, there we have various different wings. And today, as we know, system integration it's quite wide, varied. So starting from typical end-use compute, laptop, desktop, things like that, to enterprise items, server storage, typical network. And then we've extended into surveillance and boardroom solutions, AV solutions, all of that, the security solutions.
So you have offices beyond Calcutta?
Yes, we do. So we have an office in Delhi, in Pune, and in Jamshedpur, apart from Kolkata. And south, where we have some local representatives to take care of.
What is it that learning that you took there, which you were able to add to the existing business?
We understood very early that our customer profile earlier versus the customer profile later was quite different. So earlier, our customer profiles, when we were distributing, were the tier 2, tier 3 dealers across the region, So for them, their requirement, the price and efficiency and distribution and cost, all that mattered more. And today, when we have IBM and Kyndryl as our customer for, let's say, the services side, and then the end customer is still the enterprises across, so they can be extremely demanding. They can require a lot more. They have a lot more compliance requirements.
Yes.
They need those processes to be in place.
You had that background with your audit, and at least you had that basic expectation setting, right?
Yes, of course. So that exposure definitely helped. That exposure made a whole lot of difference to understand at a basic level, just to understand their expectations. And then you have to constantly upgrade yourself anyways, So you have to align yourself with their requirements and keep upgrading yourself.
How has our relationship evolved together, Redington versus Creative Infolink?
Earlier, it's like we were operating like a traditional distributor, and so was Redington, right, at that point in time. Though we were doing the volumes, but the business model was still traditional. But as the economy has evolved, as business models have evolved, as I see, Redington has a whole suite of different products as well. We know that if we have to get to one-stop distributor to get the complete line of products. And that's what our customers also expect that, Today, when I go to my customer, a typical package includes a whole lot of different solutions. The enterprise compute to end user computing items, network, there could be boardroom solutions, all of that. And when I look at that package among the distributors that we have, others, Redington clearly is top of the mind for us to get a one-stop place to get all those things stitched. We also, sometimes there are deals where we are working in advance. They require a lot of seeding, a lot of pre-sales support, all of that. So my salespeople, they tend to be quite comfortable with Redington because of that extended support, It comes to today, we have all kinds of other value-added services, be channel finance, technical support, all of that. In fact, I think just a few days back, we were discussing a deal, an e-waste deal, when when you guys sent us that you were now doing recycling and other things. It was again registered with me somewhere, and just 3 days back, we were discussing a large e-waste recycling kind of a deal for a customer.
It is really good to know that across the value services, you are engaged with us. It is really good to and very heartening to hear that. What is way forward?
We would like to, just like anybody else, we have aspirations to grow. We have aspirations to add to our product lines, to be able to add different services, value-added services. And as the market evolves, move from today, people were talking about digitization earlier. Today, people talk about digital transformation. So there is almost a consulting angle to this. So I think we'll have to all evolve ourselves accordingly as per the customer and the market needs. And we'll have to build our teams, product lines accordingly.
What is your mantra for success? How do you define success for yourself?
It's a very personal definition for different people. If a person is clear about first thing is to get to that clarity, So your vision needs to be very clear. You don't want to bark up the wrong tree. So that getting to that clarity is a process. You want to do that with your business, with your personal side. So that's the first step. And then if you're able to, once you have the clarity, achieve that, in whichever form and way possible. And along the way, when you've gotten there, the path has been joyful.
Any punchline that you live by?
Yes, one of them is actually, it came from that college itself, it's Symbiosis. So if you remember, the sweatshirts had those taglines, the journey is a reward. I totally swear by it. If you're set out to achieve anything, and if you're not enjoying the journey, you're not joyful.
Awesome.
What's the point?
Awesome. So every movement you're getting rewarded. Why should a customer buy from you?
Well, if you see today, the customer wants a one-stop shop for all his solutions. They don't want to go to 5 different places and then try to figure out. They would want, to work with a particular customer who offer them complete suite of products and services, and promises and delivers on what they promise.
Yes.
Right. So we would like to believe that we want to be a one-stop provider, solution provider, and a services provider. And we want to deliver on our promise every single time.
Ravi, this was definitely a very insightful to hear from you and on your journey forward.
Thank you so much. I enjoyed being here too. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you.